Episode 2. You are not that special.
You are not that special.
Hi everybody. Welcome and welcome back to...
To what? I saw a fan who wrote on the description, he said we should call it Ile Kitu.
No, Kala Kitu.
Kale Kitu.
Yeah, but it's still finding it.
Thank you, by the way.
We haven't found
it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, by the way, to the guys who literally commented on the last video. We appreciate you.
Thank you for the subscriptions too.
And thank you for the subscription.
Yeah.
We had like...
We see you.
We had like 10, which is an amazing feat. Like, I feel like that's an achievement. 10 in a week. Thank you. I really mean it. If you're watching it, it means that at least 10 people want us to keep going, right?
Who would pay the 10 people?
10 people.
I don't know.
Send us your M-Pesa. We'll send you
know.
like 10 shillings each. The 10 people. No,
Jarvis will send it. Still trying to make this money.
I really can't remember.
So that I can give giveaways and stuff. So
to be honest, I don't remember my M-Pesa balance.
Good for you. Anyway, my name is Ari.
I'm Jarvis.
Yeah, and karibu to this week's
She
episode.
doesn't like me finishing my sentences, so we're used to it. My name is Ari. I'm Jarvis. Ari and Jarvis. It's not your show alone.
I wasn't going to say. I was waiting for you to say your name.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just like Ari and.
Oh, you were doing the kindergarten thing, like.
Yeah, like finish.
I'm not a kid. I'm an adult. You don't have to count me in. I can count myself in. Wow. Anyway. So
how was your week?
Oh, my week was crazy, man. You can tell by my attitude, right?
No, actually.
No.
I can't tell. That's why I asked.
Oh.
Yeah.
So my week was... Arsenal won. Thank you, Arsenal.
What they were playing against?
I even can't remember, but we won. Crystal Palace, yes. We beat Crystal Palace 4-1. Good job. Good job, Arsenal. Keep us on the number one. I think we're like one game ahead, but it doesn't matter. At least we still got our 5 points on. Lakers on my basketball side are looking like we have a chance. We're still playing with that dilly-dallying. LeBron, get better. We need you on the court. So that's been my week. Arsenal won and the Lakers are still dilly-dallying on the 10th, 11th position for basketball lovers. Yeah. Yeah. How's your week?
Very uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a sports person. Yeah, so no team won.
That's a lie. She's a Chelsea fan. For all you Chelsea fans out there, she's just running away from you at this particular moment because she knows where they are on the table. So good luck, Chelsea fans.
I am not running away. I just said I'm not a sports fan. I don't sit down and watch sports.
Because Chelsea isn't winning anymore.
No, I just don't typically watch sports.
Because Chelsea isn't winning anymore.
No, I just don't watch sports.
Because Chelsea isn't winning anymore.
I just don't watch sports.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I have jerseys from like
what jersey do you have?
Bought me.
What jersey do you have?
Real Madrid, and then I have Chelsea jersey.
Chelsea.
And they all have my name on it. And I like jerseys. They fit really nice.
So
and,
so
like,
the Real thing was just in case Chelsea had a season like this, she would support Real, but she's a Chelsea fan.
I usually go with when I used to get the jerseys, it was like the most like the jersey that's looking like really good for that season I would get. Or my friend would get it for me. You know yourself. He would get it for me. Yes. But definitely yeah, apart from that, nah. Yeah. The thing on Monday, what's the thing called? Mandamano, the Raila thing. That was exciting. Like Kenyans are like, you know, amazing.
Definitely Chelsea fans.
It wasn't
Arsenal fans were still nursing their hangovers.
It wasn't the highlight of the week, but the memes that came through after that killed me. They just killed me. They were like ridiculously good. I enjoyed
Chelsea fans were in that Mandamano. I think Arsenal fans were still nursing the win. We'll be there next week if we're not playing. But I think we're playing on Sunday, so Mandamano to turn on.
No one cares. Anyway, yeah, so Mandamano was was a thing this week, and I hear next week it's gonna go for like 2 days a week. That's what they've announced, and yeah.
Isn't it amazing just how we all thought that it wasn't going to be such a big thing, and then just how many Kenyans literally showed up for
You
that
thought
thing.
it wasn't going to be a big thing?
To be very honest, me,
I knew it was going to be a big thing.
I mean, I know.
Because people had been complaining for a while. So,
correct.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what they're fighting for is big, but you know, like you think like certain bosses won't allow the employees to actually participate. You know, people will be stuck in their offices. Some of them, but
it
I
was
so
declared a public holiday.
Yeah.
By you know who, the opposition leader declared it a public holiday. So
someone declared it a public holiday.
Yeah. So
yes, we when we claim that we have to put proof. Yeah, I don't know who declared it a public.
No, he actually said it.
Oh, he said.
Yeah.
Then if Baba said it was a public holiday, who am I to deny?
No, but we're here, and we're not like employees of any company that you can say like our bosses said we don't go for the mandamano. But in Mombasa there was no mandamano.
I don't know if there was. It was so chill. Like
we didn't feel it. It was just like a regular Monday, and people went on by their business. There were cops around. Yeah, they were just.
But
like,
I feel like people,
and
that's why I'm asking that question is who went for the mandamano?
No,
because I feel like people woke up and went to work that day.
No, because I've
so
seen.
Was it the night
footage,
security guards?
No, the
who
footage.
went for the mandamano and then went to work at night?
If you see the footage from like the news stations,
yes.
like you see like all the shops in town are closed and offices in town are closed.
In town.
Yeah,
yes.
So I'm thinking if you walk around CBD
but if yes,
or
so
Upper Hill area.
So that was the most affected areas was CBD.
And Kisumu CBD.
Oh, but we don't know what part of Kisumu CBD.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming the people in the suburbs, like people went, crashed this thing in the CBD and then went back home.
I don't know how they planned it.
But that's how it feels. By the way, condolences to the family. I believe it's William. I can't remember his name. The one fatality we actually had during the whole Mandamano event, where he actually lost his life. And this is a caution to all college students, man. When you're going for such things, please, 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 safety first. Whatever you do, your safety first. As even if you're practicing your democratic right to picket, as it is, I think Article 37.
I have no idea.
I will go research on the Constitution again. Sorry, I don't read the Constitution every day. But even as you are practicing your right to picket, I would honestly urge you to be safe first. We don't know what kind of situation some of these people are coming from, and all it takes is just one bullet and you'll be the talk of the town in the evening. So please, your safety first. Your safety first. But please also avail yourself for the right to picket, because I think it's a constitutional right. Just do it safely. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything like new under this sun, and people picketing and people rioting and people doing all these things. Like there are a couple of like also countries in Africa doing the same thing.
Actually,
it's because of inflation and all these things that
South Africa just had theirs, right?
Yeah. So I think they had it on the same day we had ours. So, but there's nothing new, and it brought, as I was like looking over all these things, like I started thinking about like we're not special.
We're not.
You know?
Nope.
We're not that special to go like, oh my God, this shouldn't have been happening to us.
No.
There are plenty of other places like it's happening. The same thing is happening, right?
Correct.
So when I look at it, and you're looking at how the police were handling like everyone who came out to the streets to exercise their right to do all these things,
treated differently. Actually.
Yeah. So in the morning, there was a video. I don't think I can post it though, of the naked woman.
No.
She's stripped naked.
Out of respect for the woman, because we really don't know what she's going through.
Yeah,
so
but if you've seen the video,
it
was on the streets of Nairobi, and she just stripped naked, and she went up the police car and just lay there. And the police couldn't even get near her, because now that would have been like a whole other thing.
So this is what I felt about that, and I think it was talking of being special. I think this woman, if you watch the video, you feel her pain.
Mm-hmm.
There's some pain within her expressing herself in this very way. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, you'd feel like this is a woman. My mom used to make a joke. Shout out to my mom, raised 5 kids, I believe, on her own. But she used to make a joke, like culturally, like it's a Luya joke. When your mom comes to you and says, and I think every culture in Africa has that, like, do you want me to strip naked? You understand? So it's never, not that she ever did, but the symbolic aspect of it is, what else do you want to take from me? If you want to take away my dignity, if you are embarrassing me in this sense, what else do you want to take from me? So when I saw this woman walk in, I'm wondering, like, how hard must it have been for her to really pick this one particular moment during the Mandamano session, knowing that all cameras are on her, and she literally lived that same. You know what I mean? Like, that was dope. Like, it was just...
No, she probably wasn't even thinking about the cameras being on her or anything. She was just like, she's tired, probably. Like, just tired of everything, tired of lying to your kids about, there'll be food in the evening and there's no food, there's no money, everything's expensive.
Finding a way of having told her kids probably, you're special.
Yeah.
And then trying to tell them, like, show them the real world where it's like, you're not, you're part of the demographic.
No, it's I was reading a book in regards to the same thing, like, you're not special and whatever. So the analogy this guy gave was like, how you're like born in a family, and your family is just that family that is very conservative, and even a glass could fall and everyone would be like, it's okay. The house could be on fire and everyone is like, it's a bit warm. Yeah. We are okay, Yeah. I think that's what Kenya has been for a long time. Yeah. Before, like, let me speak particularly. I don't know if this is gonna be a bit controversial in terms of like people in Central. They're like, if it's not hurting us, we are okay. There's nothing to do. Like in the last elections, they clearly didn't go out in numbers to go vote because they were like, we don't have a candidate to support, right?
Now she's going political.
No, I'm just saying, no, this is an example.
No, it's okay. I mean, right? It's free. It's a democratic right.
So later, when something comes and happens,
we do not pick sides. Whatever you do, it is your choice.
Yeah, when something comes happening to you, now you're like, how is this happening to me when I was told I'll be okay? I was told my interests are secured. As a person, you had a sense of entitlement.
So like, you're talking about the hustler narrative.
Yeah, you go out and tell people.
But okay, and I'm not saying either side is right. I don't know what the hell is happening. I really do think a lot of leaders, let me put it that way, because I don't want to just befall it on politics. I want to even include the church in this conversation.
Oh, they weren't there.
Yes.
They didn't hit the streets.
They are the biggest people in building the whole special narrative. Mm-hmm. I truly believe it. They create this picture where we feel like we are the chosen ones. We are like the golden children. And then when shit hits the fan, you sit there and you realize, holy cow, like I'm actually alone.
The church? I think it starts like
at home.
Yeah,
you can argue, but I'm saying the church and the leaders.
Yeah.
A father is a leader in a nuclear setup, right? Yeah. The father is a leader, right? So the leaders have failed us in the sense that they preach that narrative to us. Mm-hmm. You understand? And we eat up that bullshit. We eat it up like peanut butter and jelly. We're special. He's special. You're special. You understand? And I think we get lost within this narrative. And we forget about self. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because we think we're special, we think we're indestructible. You understand? We think for some weird reason we have the chemical X, who I referenced to. You understand? So, but what we don't understand is maybe what we perceive ourselves to be is maybe some things that we've been told that we are. And maybe we haven't really we've been too lazy to actually figure out who we really are as individuals. You understand what I mean?
Because most people are usually looking for the positives, looking for the happy moments in life and go like, oh my gosh, I'm successful, I'm all these things. But in terms when it comes to failure, you're like, oh my gosh, you'll never tell anyone you failed because I made it, like everyone. And that's how you're coming up to like a church setting where everyone is being preached, you're going to be successful, you have to be successful.
The success, it's called the success ministry, right? Or something like that. Prosperity gospel,
gospel, yeah. So in church they do that a lot.
It's very common in Africa.
And then you go home after your parents have in church have been told like prosperity gospel, and then they tell their kids, and I'm not saying there's anything bad with like,
it works.
Parents.
I was just
no,
no.
I'm not saying there's anything bad about parents and what's the chichaing like their kids.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
It
helping
works.
their kids up to like you're going to be special. Like all these things are going to happen to you. So
I'm sure Steph Curry's parents told Steph Curry he's going to be special.
No, he's special.
No,
they told him you are special.
No, they told him you're gonna be special when he was a kid.
Most people just
you understand?
I told you are special.
And then he went and found himself first, because he stopped identifying himself obviously with people like Michael Jordan, because I'm sure he's not on Michael Jordan's level. He's a shooter. You understand? Michael Jordan was an athlete. Steph Curry is a basketball player. He's a freaking baller, straight up. And when
take your word for it.
when his parents told him he was special, take my word for it. If you can't watch it. Yeah. I truly believe when his parents told him he was special, it wasn't just a matter of, oh, mom and dad say I'm special. Oh, cool. I'm special. Oh, I'm special. No, it was more like, you're special. Okay, thank you, mom and dad. But it was up to him to discover, what does that mean? What is that as a legacy for him? What is that as an identity for him? Same with LeBron James. Like, if you really think about this, because these are people we know. Beyond the
people I hear.
Yes.
I don't know them.
You've never seen them, but you hear them.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with, oh shit, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Kim Kardashian, you know what I mean?
I hear about her too.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Beyonce. I really truly believe these are people who have sort of found out who they really are. Like, they've really found out the essence. They found, not listen to what people say about them being special, although they use that to their advantage, but it's more like, oh, I know what is special about me, and I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to push on it, and it's going to bring me success.
Do you think that sometimes borders to the part of being entitled? Like when your like environment pushes that narrative of you're special, and then it hypes you up. Yeah, it creates like your self-esteem becomes like high and high and high and high, because you're told you're good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this, right? And you, everywhere you go, everyone tells you you're good at you, good, until the day you fail and you realize
that's when
there's no.
When you
live
fail,
for the high highs.
When you fail, that's when you know how special you are.
I think that's when you start doubting.
Do you want me to explain to you?
Yeah.
Because if you've gone through failure and then you've brought yourself back up to success, then you understand what failure feels like.
But you're not taught to fail. That's the thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you've understand your special place because you've understood. Okay. LeBron James, let's give him as an example, right? He came out of a family, and this is just my analysis of it. I'm not saying that this is the guaranteed truth.
Why are you talking about LeBron? Like,
because I know his history. I'm a basketball fan.
No, I'm just saying you can't find an example that is closer to whatever.
LeBron is closer. I watch basketball every fucking day. So yes. Hey, I'm just saying, I watch basketball every day, and I know the people who watch LeBron James. And if you do watch LeBron James, shout out. Go Lakers. We're winning this year's title. Anyway, what you know about that, Chelsea fan? Anyway, so no, my point is he came from poverty. He came from nothingness to where he was. So he understood what failure looks like. You understand? Now, for a person like, I want to say like Steph, people can argue and say, well, what about Steph Curry? His dad was a successful basketball player. You understand? So wasn't he like a prodigy of that? Yes, but he found his own identity. So we don't know what he went through in order for him to be where he is, but I'm sure there was a very pivotal point in his life. And I can tell you one, he almost never played basketball, surprisingly. For those who know Steph Curry, he actually injured his ankle so bad And people predicted when he was going into the NBA that his career was going to be short. And I think that's what made him find that special knob that, oh shit, good morning. It doesn't matter what people say about me. I got to work on me. You understand? For me, I think it's when I came back, personally, and I know I say this a lot, I thought I was special. And I think you can attest to that. I thought I was the shit, man. I thought like, oh, I'll come back from the States.
Well, that was my next question.
Yeah.
When did you realize you were not special?
When I came back. First of all, for you, like, what, before we go to that specifically, I'm really curious about you. Like, because
when did I realize I'm not special?
No. What does it mean to be special for you?
That you're good at what you're doing.
Based on who?
Based on people around you.
So being special is based on people's perspective of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think you're special?
No. Because everything I'm doing,
no.
Everything...
Did you ever think you were special?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, thank you. That was the question, actually.
Yeah.
Did you ever think you were special?
Yeah, I did.
Who propagated this idea of you being special?
I think how I grew up. Like, my friends, my family, everyone around me.
In what sense? Curiosity, like in what sense? Were they
just hyped me up.
Special? Yeah.
No, they just hyped me up. All the things I used to do, like everything I did, everything I touched, my whole family and my friends were like, "Oh my God, you're amazing at it. You're gonna hit it. Like everything, you're just so good at everything you do, everything." And no one ever came out and just going like, by the way, I think you suck at that thing you're trying to do. Because I was just like, no one came out and told me that. Everyone was just like, you're doing it really good, but you can add this on top of it and then you're going to be like amazing. And I was like, if I'm doing it really good, why do I need to add something to be amazing? Because I'm already good at it, right? So it was just like a weird thing until, it happened when I discovered.
So... You asked me how I discovered.
When did you discover you're not special?
Honestly, it came in different phases. I'm still discovering I'm not special. Okay. Yeah, it's for me. It's in different phases. So I'm gonna say the first time I realized I was not in Kansas anymore because I grew up as all the people know. Like I grew up as a theater, whatever face. You know, like. When you go to drama festival, this is in high school, even in primary, man. Fuck, I used to rock. Like, oh, Jarvis, man, he'll take the best English speaking trophy home. He will be like in every freaking national drama festival. Like, I know that face, that common face. You know what I mean? Like, so it made me feel special, you know. But back home, I was a nobody. When I went back to my home, to my house, like I was probably the last person. I always felt like I was the last person.
So you felt special at school and whatever you were doing.
Yes, but not with my fam. I never felt special with my family. In fact, I felt anything but special with my family. And no offense to them, it was an awesome upbringing. It was just like everyone in my family just minded their freaking business. You know, everyone was doing their shit, literally. And I think also because I cared more about my little brothers than anything else in the world. So I was always big brother back home. So I never felt special. If anything, I was always looking for the special between the two of them. Yes. So I never felt special. But whenever I was in school, I was a beast. I could play rugby, man. I was everywhere, man. In fact, I played every sports in high school. For those who went to high school with me, I was just I'd be picking up freaking tennis. They're like, Jarvis, you're in drama. I'm like, I know. Like I'm hitting. Like I think I got suspended once, and drama saved me because we're supposed to go on a festival, and they forgave me. I represented the school well, so I was the shit in high school and primary. Yeah, I wasn't the coolest, but I was just in my own little way. For those who went with me, I played my book. I felt special. Yeah, so I did pee on my bed in primary in a boarding school. That never made me feel special. Yeah. So anyway, that was, I think I just said my embarrassing moments, but mixing it with my special call. So yeah. So when I realized that I wasn't special was, the first time I realized was when I got to the States, actually, 2006, I want to say, 2007, I can't remember. One of those 2 years, I'll go check my my dictionary or my calendar, 2007, I think. And I wasn't special. I mean, I landed and I was in an unknown place and everyone minded their own freaking business and I was always looking for help. But I still clung on this special mentality of school, you know what I mean? And I just always walked with this special stride, but nobody gave a fuck. And for the first time, I felt alone. I was not special anymore. And that sucked. Yeah. So that was my first realization. Second realization was I tried to play American football, and I remember going to my college coach's what is this called, office, and I asked him, like, I played rugby in high school. I'd really love to try out for the football team and play football. You know, I wanted to be that Kenyan, that special Kenyan that played American football, and he was so small, maybe. And he told me right then, you're too small. Then I realized I'm not special. And then there was the auditions for the first play, school play. And I remember I was like, I'm gonna rock this bitch. Like, I'm gonna set this whole freaking stage on fire. And this is the beginning of my foundation for my confidence, for my, you understand, my future roles and everything. And I remember not getting the part. And I didn't feel special. I got like a very wise seer, very, it felt racist in a sense, but hey, I love you. Love you, Brookina. You made my drama days worth it. Anyway, so I just felt less special, and for the first time I saw a white dude taking a stage, and I realized all the films I used to watch about the white knight, if you know what I mean, like the good-looking kid that gets all the parts in the movie, and then I realized I wasn't even top 50 of those kids now. In high school I was. You understand? Like, I got all the roles. But now I'm nobody. I'm a nobody.
Wow.
Yeah. So I stopped feeling special. And then the last time I stopped feeling special was when I came back home. And I thought I was gonna make it. And everybody shut me down. Then I realized even back home I'm not special. So my ego got really killed. Like, my ego was smashed to the bottom. That's when I realized I need to discover what is special about me. I have to take time for myself. You understand what I mean? Instead of giving a fuck about what people else think about me. That's why I speak my mind, if you know me, but I'm also very empathetic. I try my level best to understand people if I can. And if I don't, I'm not gonna bother. Because nobody's special.
Really, you bought that out.
Yeah. I do, but not everybody. You're lucky, you're on my other side. Ask the person on the other side that tried to contact me.
Yeah.
Which one?
Bought those a lot.
Which one?
You know the friend.
Anyway. If I bother, if I don't bother, you can also write down. And trust me, there's people who write down. 100% sure. Yeah, but yeah, nobody. For me, that's when I realized, even right now, special is just a word we use to make people feel good about themselves. I feel like, in all honesty, nothing special exists.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think the moment I realized I'm not special, that has to be when I started my business. And you know, the whole like looking for capital to start your business and everything. And I was out here and I'm thinking, who am I going to get this capital from? And I got the capital somewhere. I will let you know that story when we get to the point of like running your business and entrepreneurship and all of those things.
Hopefully we do.
But we will.
If we haven't killed each other by then.
Yeah,
yes.
that will be probably like season 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
After we struggle to find it.
And
then we'll tell you if we found it and the whole business.
Stay tuned to the final
episode. Yeah, so it was then when I was struggling to see if I want to go back to employment or to do the business. And the business was calling me because I'm dictating my hours, dictating like how much I'm getting and everything. But when I started the business, I thought I would be on top of the world. I thought I would be like the best place ever. And some people gave me reviews, and they made me feel so bad. Actually, talking about it yesterday night with some friends.
Shout out to those friends.
Kasia and Ernest. Yeah,
you guys are dope.
You guys. So yesterday
we have new followers and new friends. Hopefully you get to see this.
When you were having that conversation yesterday, that's when like it actually even dawned on me, like even a lot. Like that's the first time I felt in my life I was not special. No, it's the second time. Because the first time happened to be when I was doing story times on YouTube. On this particular page, you can actually go watch those. And for those people who know me and they know me well, I like telling stories. And they say sometimes I exaggerate a bit much. Not really.
Why are you looking at me?
Not really.
Why are you looking at me?
No, I was waiting for you to say yes, no, maybe, I don't know.
No.
So, yeah, so
everything was so self-proclaimed. So.
I like telling stories, and I like putting some action in it.
Special.
Like, you need to visualize it the same way I visualize it, right? So I will tell you the story, and it will be exciting for me to tell the stories. So I used to tell all these stories to like my friends, my family, and just like people I met, acquaintances.
The people who thought
she was
special.
Everyone was like, "My gosh, take this thing on YouTube! Like you're gonna be amazing. You're gonna like get all those people to like listen to you." And I was like, "Okay, let me," because I was not the thing of trying to find out like what I wanted to do with the YouTube, what direction it was taking. And I was like, okay, pivot. Let me do something that I'm okay doing, that I do on a daily basis. Let me just tell my stories. Let me tell whatever. And then I realized all the stories I told, some of them, actually most of them, 90% of them, I cannot tell it on the internet. Because even if I change the names of these people, I might get some people in trouble. I might get some people to hate me even more, and these people might just decide to sue me. I couldn't tell the stories. I couldn't tell the stories. I tried changing names, and I tried, but when in a story, like if you know, like if you're a storyteller, you would know, like if you remove some bits of a story,
it's not complete.
Yeah, it wasn't even as exciting.
You'll be taking out the meat.
Yeah, so I tried, and I was just like, it wasn't coming out the same way. Yeah, it wasn't. The stories were not special anymore because I had to take out a lot of things that people don't know it's about them, right? Yeah. So I was just like, okay, that's when I realized I wasn't special like the first time.
It's like bread without spread. It's dry bread.
And dry bread is okay. I like dry bread.
Okay. Yeah. Kenyans, we like our bread spread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you're not drinks? I'm not Kenyan.
Whatever you are, you don't even like bread.
No, but when I eat it like that, just dry.
You told me last time we talked. You said you don't like.
I don't like bread, but I can eat bread.
Okay.
You understand?
So, do you like your bread with spread?
No.
There we go. Then you're not Kenyan.
Some country come adopt me because Jarvis just officially declared me as a non-Kenyan. Anyway, I think that's the first time, and then the second time was when I started the business, and I got the reviews that I got, and I was like try to get these people to like see what I have, enjoy what I have, and all of these things, and people are not getting that, and it just reminded me of the old story times, and I was just like, yeah, it's bad when you've been like raised with all this high self-esteem about yourself, and no one can get you down, and then the world comes and goes like, you need to come down a few notches.
No, but you have to realize something. I think I really think it's narcissistic to think it's special.
Really?
Yes, I really strongly believe if you think it's special, you're bordering narcissism. You know, like people like Hitler probably thought they were special. I'm sure he thought he was the chosen one. Jesus, wow, Jesus! I just mentioned Jesus too. So we're not touching on Christianity.
Let me. I'm gonna say a statement, and then you're gonna tell me if you agree with it or you disagree with it and everything. People who are entitled view every occurrence in their life as either an affirmation of or a threat to their own greatness. Do you
Sorry,
agree?
repeat that.
People who are entitled view every occurrence in their life as either an affirmation of or a threat to their own greatness.
People who are
Entitled.
Oh.
View every occurrence in their life as either an affirmation of or a threat to their own greatness.
People who are
Entitled.
shit. I don't know if I'm entitled. I've never met entitled people. Okay.
What does entitlement mean actually?
Yes, I guess that's the question.
Let me look it up.
Because for me now, if you ask me that, I might be entitled and I don't even know I'm entitled. Jesus. So if I answer that, I'll sound stupid just answering from my ass. Like, yes.
Okay.
What is entitled?
So, definition of entitled.
Yes.
Believing oneself to be inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment.
Okay. So let me look at LeBron James. Sorry.
Wow.
That's my go-to person. Let me look at LeBron James. So LeBron feels entitled, and he reasons so. So is he? The last part of that question was: is he what to his greatness or something?
View every occurrence in their life as either an affirmation
Or
of
a threat. Yes.
or a threat to their greatness.
Yes. And I could truly agree with that statement because that's what pushes them to the entitlement, because the entitlement comes with a greatness reward. You understand what I mean? So I'm using this on LeBron's part because to me he's a guy who's literally worked hard for everything he has. He would have just stuck on being a player and playing basketball and that's it. But hey, he's made himself a billionaire. He cemented his family as one of the greatest family even before he retires from the sport that he's in. He's actually one of the many reasons I do what I do, because I truly believe that the human being is amazing beyond. Yes.
And we keep showing
that should
thing.
be yes.
He does the no man is limited.
No, yeah,
or something like that. Yeah, no man is limited. Exactly.
I don't know why I should be quoting Kipchoge Keino, because
Yeah.
that guy. Okay, why am I quoting LeBron James?
I don't know. I told you to make it local, and they're like, no,
because
no. I watch basketball every day.
I watch basketball. I watch NBA. Man. Kill me. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's like Arsenal fans. Hey, but yes, Kipchoge, dude ran and he won on the mountain. Like he retired when he was on the mountain.
Is he retired?
Yeah.
I heard he was practicing for something else.
Is he? Because everything he's been doing now is just for fun. I feel like you've.
He's just a dope dude.
You've. If you ever get this, or someone knows him, I would love to interview you, man. Like I would just love to have these conversations with you, just to hear your journey and your life. Actually, sorry I didn't even mention you on this. Now I feel like an asshole. Like, dude, I have been watching you. I watched the Enos thing where you were just called to beat a record. That's it. Like that was your job. Like they didn't tell you, oh, come race. They called you to race with yourself. That is dope. So anyway, he should feel entitled. Now, if we and he bears a lot of responsibilities, because I know as a Kenyan, whenever he stands up, he has to think of the failures, because if he doesn't win.
Let me ask you another question.
Ask another question.
Is someone with high self-esteem entitled?
Yes.
Really?
They should be entitled.
Really?
Yes. It's very.
And is someone with low self-esteem not entitled?
Now, they've chosen that path. If you have low self-esteem, you can still be entitled.
I don't think they've chosen that path.
Look. Here's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If someone has low self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
but to the public still looks entitled,
Mm-hmm.
or looks great in a sense, you understand? Then that means there's people behind that person that are pulling the strings.
I'm not talking about like in terms of like people in the public limelight. I'm just talking about like ordinary people who walk the streets and everything. And I'm not saying that that someone is trying to pull their strings.
So you
and
just said
entitled. I'm just saying.
I understand what your question is.
Is someone with high self-esteem entitled? And is someone with low self-esteem not entitled?
Then let me phrase this question in a better way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you have low self-esteem?
No.
Do you ever feel like you get points where you have low self-esteem?
No.
Really?
No, for real.
Okay, ask me that question. Ask me the same question.
Do you have low self-esteem?
There are times I do.
Oh,
it's not something that you have like, oh look, I have low self-esteem 24 hours a day. But there are moments in life, and I'll give you one, is my bald head, right? There's some times when I feel awkward about it, especially when I meet someone like my brothers. I'll give you an instance. I meet Wayne, my brother. I don't know, I mentioned him. Good luck, Wayne. Now people know you. And he has this amazing hair. In fact, he just cut his dreadlocks. He has this long, amazing hair. He can get a fro, and it's really beautiful. And then I look at myself, and I'm like, fuck, I'm bald.
Can you get a beard though?
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. So I
win one,
maybe lose one.
for you,
There we go. So, but the low self-esteem thing I was talking about is not having that.
Right.
And the times it kicks on me. The times I'll be walking or playing basketball with the kids, and they'll call me Mzai, and I'm like, Mzai is old man. Yeah.
If I say that, because I don't think I have no self-esteem ever. Because let me tell you something. I like myself. I like myself a lot. And sometimes.
Do you want me to say
and
yes?
Sometimes no. I'm just saying. And sometimes it borders to the part of being very selfish for some people, because I like myself a lot and I don't see anything. And that also borders to the part of me feeling special. You know, and all of these things. Yeah. So I don't think I have it, and I don't think they go synonymously. Being entitled and having high self-esteem. I don't think they go synonymous.
Being special and having high self-esteem.
Yeah.
If you have you can still have low self-esteem and be special.
And be entitled.
No, we were talking about special.
I was talking about entitlement.
You can have low self-esteem and be entitled, and that's what I said. Yes, if you have low self-esteem and you're entitled, it means there's someone pushing the buttons in your back. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I meant. That's why I said the puppeteering thing.
All right.
Yeah, someone's controlling. Yes. You get me?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have high self-esteem and you feel entitled, it means your high self-esteem is fueling your entitlement.
I think the low self-esteem part, it could be like, you know how when you have like low self-esteem, they try to bring everyone down to their level to feel sorry for them. They're entitled. No, sympathy.
It's called
low self-esteem. Sympathy. They're entitled. They're like looking for other people to feel sympathy and lowering them to, like, you know, cause entitlement. Again, believing oneself to be inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. So if I'm not that good looking, please, like, you guys know I'm not good looking. I will be telling everyone, and everyone should feel sorry for me because I'm not, and I'm being, you know, and stuff. So I think they can both go like.
So you're saying someone can be entitled for just pushing in the way you say it, voyeur.
Yeah.
You're putting voyeur on the screen.
Yeah. That they make you even like doubt like every other thing that is happening around, and you're just like on the side you're like, are you feeling better because now like.
Then let me ask you this. So you're saying low self-esteem.
You can still be entitled when you have low self-esteem.
This is according to you or according to research?
No, according to me. No research here.
You can be self-entitled. Yeah, you can have low self-esteem and be entitled.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, because I think everyone thinks only high self-esteem people are entitled.
I really think if you ask me now from that perspective, if you ask me that question, then I think everyone is entitled. From that perspective, everyone is entitled to them. And here's why: is just based on your context and where you are and what your abilities are in that particular situation, then you feel entitled to be whatever you understand, because you will only have, even when you have low self-esteem, with what you're saying, you'll have high self-esteem in that low self-esteem situation, understanding that by you having
to bring everyone to your level to
correct.
Like,
yes,
you know?
So it means you have high self-esteem in that low self-esteem situation.
Because I was thinking when I was
sorry, I hope it's not complicated.
When I was doing research, I was thinking like Baba.
Yes.
Do you think he's
entitled? Making this
no. Do you think he's entitled to the like?
Why are you putting Baba? Please.
No. I'm just curious.
Wait,
do you think he's entitled to the presidency?
Baba. Wait, Baba, we are supporting your mandamano on Monday. I won't be there personally because I do not want to lose my money. I will apologize.
You don't want to lose your money? How are you going to lose your money?
To pay rent.
Oh, if you go?
Yes.
Why? Because people will see you?
No.
But you're self-employed. How will you not be able to pay rent? No. How will you not be able to pay rent? You're self-employed. Like, you're not going to get fired.
So who's going to do my job since I'm self-employed?
When you're at the mandamano, it's not going to be the whole day. So you andamana from like 10 till midday. 2 hours.
When you have connection to Baba so that you know the schedule.
No, they have to have a schedule, right?
It's as simple as this. Mimi, I have no quarrel with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it in a special way.
Mm-hmm.
You asked a question about does Baba feel entitled? Baba is
the presidency.
But that's a very specific question.
Okay.
We don't know if he wants it or not.
Mm-hmm.
He's just talking about it. You understand? So whether he wants it or not, that's up to him. Mm-hmm. The real question should be: is it worth? Is he entitled to keep fighting on our behalf? Mm-hmm. And by our, I mean the people right now who are, what is this? Experiencing the high cost of living. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The people, our democratic right in terms of, because those are the demands they're giving. Our democratic right in terms of IEBC, and all that jazz. Does he have the right, as the right honorable Raila Odinga, to stand up on our behalf? That's the main question. Is he entitled for that?
Oh, he's a opposition leader, so yeah.
I would only say in this matter, based on the actions of who he is as an individual, his identity, he created his own identity. His dad was vice president of.
No, but I'm saying based on the fact that he's an opposition leader, yes.
No, that's oversimplifying it. I'm giving it a way more heavier whatever, because I'm not just going to say yes or no to your answer. Based on the standards of patriotism that he's exhibited, beyond the face of Kenyans and the world, he should be entitled. Most of us hide behind carved towels, just to speak. The current president would not be president if it were not for him. Yeah, you understand? Mm-hmm. He is the father of Kenyan democracy. You get me? Mm-hmm. Yes. And I'm not talking about his father. He is.
Yeah.
Yes. He fought where people never thought it possible to fight.
Sure.
Yeah. So, based on that alone, he should be entitled to be president. He has every right to be entitled. What have I done? What have you done? Nothing. Honestly, on his level, politically speaking, we're just people behind a microphone. So, him personally, he's entitled. Me, nah. I'm just a guy behind the microphone, man. Like, just chilling and doing my thing. And I'm okay with this. This is okay. I really feel voting for him was enough. Mm-hmm. You understand? I know you know who I voted for. I think voting for me is enough.
Voting.
Yes, voting for me is enough. Mm-hmm. That is my entitlement. Mm-hmm. You understand? That is my, what's the other word we use? Does entitlement, what was the phrase? You said, does entitlement, the whole phrase?
Affirm or threaten?
No.
Okay.
The last part, the reason we're having this conversation. No. So, his... It
was your affirmation.
Affirmation, yes.
Yes, I said that, affirmation.
So, my affirmation to my entitlement is my vote. My identity is Kenyan.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's it. It doesn't go beyond that. So when 2017 or 2027 gets there, I'll go do that. I will affirm it. I will proudly, when I'm standing on that line, I will shout my whatever political views on that line, because
why are you
that is my.
No,
I'm just joking. I don't. Why
You'll make everyone else like uncomfortable. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna shout. I go vote and probably go back home. But that is it. That is my democratic right. I can maybe join Bob and picket, but man, I don't want to be sprayed by the police, man. Like they just, I don't want to be face to face with them, man.
I'm afraid of tear gas.
Yeah, I don't want to do the whole tear gas thing, man.
Because
and I'm okay saying that. I apologize to you all, man.
Because we're not special.
Yes.
It's not the first time it's happened. If you've ever been tear gassed, please raise your hand.
It is not fun. Like, I don't know how people even celebrate that. Oh, tunataka ingine. I'm like, hey, go.
Do you ever get used to it? I don't know.
I hope someone is paying you for this.
I don't know. But the water thing,
that was horrible.
Looks nasty.
Some guy
looks
broke.
Way worse
I saw Nation, and some guy broke his back. Like, that thing was so powerfully.
That's why I was circling back, because we are not special. It has happened before. Like the tear gas has happened before. The water jets have happened
before. The Right Honourable wasn't touched. You have to realize he wasn't touched.
Let me tell you something.
Maybe
they threw tear gas and then he cried in the car, probably because he was in a car.
But the fact, all these things, it makes him a better man because he was there and I wasn't.
So all
just
these
that
things
makes him entitled.
In like when you look at it, like when you go back in history, like we're just analyzing how to find your chemical X. I think they're all like something that has happened before, and then now you know, like, this is how to get our whatever view across, and this is how to do everything.
Yeah.
So even when you're looking at yourself and going like, am I special or am I not special? I think it boils down to that. You're supposed to like look back into your past and go like, oh, this is the instance that I felt special, and why did I feel special?
I feel like that's going to be the answer for everything in this season.
In the past,
yeah,
like look into your past.
Because
you're finding it.
Travel.
No, because you're finding
it. In order to finding it,
we need to like,
water.
Raffle a few
past closets.
Yeah, and then like see if that's where the answer to eat
that's
is.
That's fascinating. I like that.
Because when you think about it, we are all special.
So
and none of us is special.
So now to answer, does he deserve the presidency? I think his history is well documented enough for him to qualify him
if we look
to be where
if he looks back at his past. If we look back at his past, he is. Right?
He's entitled.
So it's the same thing. Look at your past. Look at your past and just see. Why are you entitled to that thing that you're entitled to?
So in the same breath, are we entitled to do this show?
We're going to look back into our past and find out.
Anyway.
No, I don't know how to answer you
that
question.
It wasn't.
I don't know.
There was no answer. That's you tell us. Are we entitled to have this show? We'd like to hear from you. That would be dope.
Like from every research I've done, I've just realized we all can be special. Like the formula is there. There are people who came before us that made it, and we can choose to follow that formula that made them get to wherever they are, wherever you think you want to get to. Yeah. Or because even chartering like your own path, it's not really your own path. Because there's someone else who's done it before.
Just copying.
You're just copying and then you're having
the next Baba is loading.
Probably. I don't know. Probably the next podcasters are loading also. I have no idea. Like we are about to like see, because
it's a whole season, baby. Who knows? We'll find out what
episode 2.
Hey, we just on episode 2 and I feel like
But today's whatever talk was very political. We're sorry about that. And very sporty.
By the way,
it's just because it happened on Monday.
We don't
all these things they've just been on the news.
I just want to make this clear.
Kenya is just
we are not political pundits.
No.
Yeah,
No, the next time we'll come back with
hold on, let me make sure they understand.
Yeah.
We're not political pundits. 1. We do not condone or support the views of either side. You understand? We are very neutral. I want to make that very clear. My vote is my secret. Her vote is her secret. Her political view is her secret. My political view is my secret. So whatever you do, make wise choices.
Keep safe.
Yes.
Keep safe. Yeah. So this has been Finding It.
Episode
2. You are not that special.
You are not that special.
The recipe is already out there.
Blueprint, baby.
Just need to go find it and just do it your way.
Hey, there was one Jesus, now there are many Jesuses.
What? Jesus?
Jesus. the dude from Bungoma, what's his name? Anyway.
Black Jesus.
Dude, we'll keep mentioning this dude's name. He'll be in every episode. We mentioned him on the last episode.
Yeah.
Bungoma Jesus. They had a meeting about him, by the way. We love you. The Bungoma Jesus, the church, the clergy had a meeting. Salute.
We are out.